Hi everyone, my name is Agustina. I'm from Santo Tomé, Corrientes, a little town in the north of Argentina. I'm a geneticist and now I live in Buenos Aires where I'm doing my PhD. So let me show you how is a day with me in the lab. I work at the Neurobiology of Sleep Lab at the Biomedicine Research Institute of Buenos Aires, CONICET, partner institute of the Max Planck Society. Under the direction of Dr. Nara Muraro, pursuing a research line that focuses on describing the role of CLCA channel in Drosophila neural circuits that regulate sleep-wake behavior. Every morning I go to the fly room to do some fly pushing and collect virgins for my cruises. If that day I have to load an experiment, the first things I do is to sedate the flies and load them individually into the glass tube that I use for my experiments. Here, as you can see, it has food at one end, and then I leave the fly inside the tube, and then I put a piece of elastic band to close it so the fly doesn't fly away. Once I got all the flies in the tubes and I separate them by genotypes and sex so I don't mix the experimental lines and the controls, I log them into the activity monitor, as you can see here, which have infrared light that count each time the fly cross. After that, I put them into the incubators, which have a temperature and humidity control environment for actually do the experiment. They are connected to this computer that collects the data that later I analyze. If it is a very busy day, I have to do two kinds of experiments, but I usually do them in different days. I also do immunohistochemistry. For that, I chop the heads off of the flies, I fix them in PFA, and then I dissect the brains. I use a primary antibody to tag PDF, for example, and a secondary antibody which binds to the primary antibody and gives me the signal. Then I go to the fluorescence microscope that you can see here, where I can quantify different things like the amount of a certain neuropeptide. To finalize, here's a picture of the neuroscience group and one of my lab groups. On the left, the PI, Nara, who is our mentor, and my co-workers, Flor and Pedro. Well, thank you for your time and I hope you have a nice day.